Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to another Lunch with Lisa. Today, I am here with my soul sister, business partner, and partner in self healing. Today, we're going to be talking about the importance of community when it comes to self healing. So, today, I want you to welcome our special guest, Maura Leon S.
Thank
Welcome,
you, Lisa. Thank you for having me. Thank you for working with me. Thank you for living with me. And thank you for helping me heal. Because
Maura.
yeah, what a
Life,
difference. What a difference when we have that support.
right? So many of our listeners may not know that Maura and I have, along with her husband, and who is a filmmaker and his editor, four of us have created an intentional community. We have chosen to cohabitate and live on purpose, live in a space of healing where we lift each other up, we help each other remember the truth of who we are, we help each other come back into alignment so that we can heal at deep soul levels, not just the physical body, but our entire being.
Right? And that's definitely one of the things that we have been discovering together. And now that we're teaching it as well, to be able to express, to be able to share how important the consciousness is and how it's more than just part of the healing. They talk about the mind body connection, and it's like it's not just part of it, it's all of it.
Right?
Yeah. So it is pretty great. This cohabitation, that word doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't sound warm and fuzzy to me, but but yeah, I was nervous about it, to be honest. When we were first talking about sharing a space, I thought, well, Keith and I'll have our own living space, and we'll be on a property with, more than one unit, and that was a nice idea. And then, life often has plans different than what you expected, and what showed up was something really beautiful that was different than that. And uh, I was kind of like, well, I have been in a relationship for 25 years now with one man, and it's not like we've never had anybody else in the house with us. We have, the boys at different times, um, and I know you've been on your own for a long time, so it was, I'm sure, just as challenging for you as it was for me to think about. But then you just like jump right in. You're like, this is awesome. And then that gave me permission to see how awesome it was, you know?
Yep. One of the things that I realized when I was faced with cancer and needed to figure out how to heal myself because I had no interest in the medical model whatsoever.
Yeah.
Um, I realized that it was really, really difficult to find answers out there, to find anybody teaching self healing. So I ended up doing it by myself. And it was a kind of a long and arduous journey because I really didn't know what I was doing. I was following my inner guidance, but there was so much doubt and so much like, gosh, am I doing it right? What am I, and then when you and I came together and we met and we started sharing our stories of healing because you have your own healing story, the
Mm-hmm.
story of self healing, we started to realize, there are so many similarities. There are steps that you have to go through along the way in order to heal. There's basic things that we have to do in order to bring the alignment back. And
Yeah.
realize that when we are trying to do it all alone, it's really difficult because there's not that support out in the external world because people are still kind of married to the medical model. So when we
Right.
came together, we were able to really help each other go deeper. And then out of that has come Lisa and Mara's Magical Mystery School for Whole Being Healers and our Whole Being Healing course, which has been absolutely astonishing.
Right. And going deeper, it's a great description of it because, being with Keith all those years, we were certainly partners in our own healing on one level in terms of like, okay, what's the new diet going to be? How are we going to get in shape? What's the fitness plan? And we would partner on those things together. But when it came to some of the deeper things that at the time, I think a lot of them I wasn't even aware of. But the ones that I was aware of, I was like, I don't think that's my role in this relationship to be, working with him on that. I think he needs to do it on his own or with somebody else. And then you came along, and that exact thing was something that, he was open. He was asking for support from you, and you were able to give him support that helped him so much that now he's making films about it. I mean, so incredible. And yeah, so it really has been for me a deeper level in not only my own healing process with getting support from you, but with the process of teaching together, with the process of putting together programs that can help others to not have to do it alone. That process has been an incredibly healing process. And then leading the courses is such an incredibly healing process, which is why I'm so excited about other people now starting to come in to lead the courses as well, because I know how amazing it is for my own healing. And I just, we talk about this all the time, you and I know how important it is for the planet right now. I know how important it is for us as humanity, as a collective, to heal ourselves together, come together in order to heal ourselves. Now we each do our own individual healing. That's part of what we teach. That's important. It is an individual. I love the way you say it. It's like it's an individual process. Everyone does it the way they do it, and everyone has their own path. But coming together and supporting each other in it is so important right now, because it's already not easy to do alone, but the way things are now, and the whole point is that we are being brought together now for this reason. So coming together in community is exactly what needs to happen. It's so clear. And so those who are already doing it are feeling how great it is, and those who aren't doing it yet are like, where is it? I need it. It's time, right?
Yeah, we look out in the world and we see the whole divide and conquer scenario that has been going on for thousands of years. And all of the isolation that has happened, to
Mm-hmm.
get people to isolate, to get people to not be in community, seeing how communities have been destroyed systematically. And now, we've been shown ways that we just rip each other apart, and oh, that's perfectly fine because it's modeled for us every day, all day, on the news and movies, and how to tear each other apart. But we cannot heal by tearing each other apart. The only way
Right.
that we can heal ourselves and the planet is to come together in community and start lifting each other up, start helping to support each other. And this is where the healing actually happens. We
Yeah.
can't heal without feeling a part of a community. We can't heal if we feel alone, isolated, afraid, guilty, ashamed. All of those things are the things that have caused the dis-ease to begin with. So when we come together and we feel supported, we feel understood, we feel accepted, we feel, loved. This is how healing occurs.
Right? We actually talk about love and we actually think about love and show love to ourselves and each other. Wow, what a concept. This is something that people have always been uncomfortable to do unless it's with your spouse or your kids. And even then, a lot of times people would be uncomfortable with it. And yeah, it's so important.
This is part of just the magic of Lisa and Mara's magical mystery school for whole being healers, is that we are growing a thriving community of people who truly grok what healing is. It's not what the medical model teaches. Now that it's becoming mainstream um, awareness, that the medical model is a business model and it's based on sickness and disease and selling potions for these things. It's not for our healing. So when we come together for the purpose of real healing, we start to move beyond that medical programming we've received, and we start to really get to the crux of what true healing is. And it's
Yeah,
about healing body, mind, and soul, bringing everything back together again. And this is also part of the community unity. We have to bring
right,
ourselves and each other back together, and we have to come back together with nature as a whole, because all of everything on this planet is part of one massive ecosystem, and
yeah,
every single living being, whether from the littlest bug, tiniest microorganisms, to the hugest elephants and whales, we're all integral parts. We're all needed on this planet, and we need to be able to all work together.
right. And we have the opportunity to now because online community has become so easy. We have all the systems in place now to do it. And yes, we want to have local community as well. Yes, we want to connect with people in all the ways that we can physically in our bodies, in our daily lives. And uh, it's clear that so many of us, I love how you talk about this too, Lisa, how we've all been placed in different locations throughout the world for a reason, because we are here to become healers of ourselves and then leaders to support others in healing. So we need to be in different places. And then we come together online. But the difference with coming together online to how it has been online is, with social media, has been kind of a perpetuation, I'm thinking, as you were talking, of this medical system model that we've all been programmed with and programmed into and indoctrinated into. Because when you go on social media, a lot of times people are talking about their ailments. I went for this test, this is happening now, and now I have this, and now I have to do this, right? And it's a place to get, sort of to, and please don't take me wrong, because there can be love and support there as well. But what I found and really needed to get off some of that, the most common social media uh, platform that was, or at least was common in my age group, was because there was so much going on with people needing to be right, needing to share about what they were upset about, what they were feeling bad about, or what they were suffering from, or what other people were suffering from, and getting validated in that. And I just knew from my spiritual work, like, this isn't healthy. This doesn't support my well-being or anybody's well-being. I don't want to be perpetuating that.
Yeah, that's why, the people that have come to us so far and participated in whole being healing have just had profound transformation simply by being told the truth. And the truth isn't, there isn't just one truth, there is truth. And truth is something that you feel, you know, on the inside. You can feel it. And when we share and we share from our hearts, we share authentically, and we lift each other up and we listen to each other and we have real conversations, not about I'm right, you're wrong. It's like, how are we feeling? What, how can we help each other? When we're having these levels of conversation, everybody in the community feels safe,
Yeah.
everybody feels heard. And what we're finding is people are saying, oh my gosh, I've always known this, but I've
Yeah.
never been able to express it because nobody else around me seems to see what I can see.
Right. So it's never been validated. And
Mhm.
I love too, and this just came up in our class yesterday, is that we're teaching the simplicity of it, just like the title of your book, The Simplicity of Self-Healing. That's the way each of us experienced it in so many ways before we ever even came together with each other. But it seems like so many things out there are so complex, and they all want to say, well, this is the way you have to do it. You have to do this and then this and then this in this exact way. And then everyone's like, oh, okay, I better get this right. I have to learn it. I have to do it right. And then again, it's kind of similar to the medical model, and it's the thing that's producing more stress. And it's not getting us in touch with that inner knowing you were just talking about, that truth that we can feel inside of ourselves that comes directly from source. We have that connection, we have that capability, and we've lost it. And so the simplicity is, people are just so grateful. They're like, wow, can it really be that simple? And it's like, oh, breathing a sigh of relief, letting you can feel the stress come out of their bodies when they can feel, oh yeah, I do feel that feels good. I feel that it can be simple. I feel that I can trust that. It's pretty amazing, pretty beautiful.
Right. And once they have gone through the whole being healing course and they've gotten those validations of their own inner knowing, we're not teaching people information, we're teaching people how to get the answers from within themselves. We're not
Mm-hmm.
giving people the answer because there isn't just the answer in self healing. Each one of
Mm-hmm.
us is completely individual, completely unique, and we all have our own unique journey to take. So nobody else has your answers, but we are here to help you discover your own answers. We're here to give some contextual truth, that is flipped around from the truth that we have been taught for so long. Doctor knows best. There's a pill for that. Oh, don't worry about that. Taxes are inevitable. Just go ahead and pay them. You there are
Right?
greater truths
We can
than
trust, we can trust all these authority figures who have proven themselves to be untrustworthy, but we can trust them still.
right.
Yeah, we should listen to
They'll be
what they
trustworthy
say.
now. Like, oh dear. Right. So it's like we have to be able to trust ourselves, and we have to be able to trust our bodies, and we have to be able to live authentically. We have to not have to be made to follow the rules when the rules make absolutely no sense.
Right. And that's the common ground. Like, we each have our own healing journey and our own specific healing process. But what's been in the way of that is common pretty much to all of us. We have so many things that we've felt like we were alone in, and we're not. We've all gone through it. And we've all been, felt like in our own minds, like, well, there must be something wrong with me if nobody else gets this. Well, there are people who get it, and more every day.
Yeah. And when you find a community of people who really get it, it's like, oh, I've come home. I've found my
Mhm.
home. I have found my place. And what we're also finding through this course is people are saying, oh, I've found my soul purpose. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I'm here to help others learn this same thing. And we watch people step into leadership and become qualified course leaders for whole being healing. And they see the magic of this community and they see the value of growing this community. And they get passionate about it, they get excited about it, and they start to remember why they're here on earth at this time. And it's so
Right?
beautiful to see.
I know. It's so exciting for us because creating all this was us just opening to being guided to what is needed, what wants to come through us, and how does it want to come through us? And then how does it, and then we got this huge mission of of awakening 144,000 men and women to their soul purpose. And I
In
know I started it wrong.
2030, we have reached 100,
Yeah,
shifted 144,000 men and women from fear to love,
that's it.
activated their ability to self heal, and aligned them with their soul purpose.
Right.
We are
And
doing it right now.
right. And so, and that mission came through. That mission just showed up, and we both went, that's it. And then we said, okay, so how are we supposed to do that? How are we supposed to reach that many people? And how are we supposed to have that kind of an impact on them? We can't do it all ourselves. We need support. So, how do we create the support for the people who will come and join us in this mission?
So,
And it's just been divine guidance the whole way. It's been just beautiful and peaceful. And yeah,
yep. And
I
this is
haven't
what,
complained once. Have I, Lisa?
oh, never, 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 never.
I haven't called you crazy and said, what are you talking about? How is that even possible? No, but we inspire each other, right? We stretch the boundaries of each other's consciousness, of each other's, you know, like in the places where we didn't even realize we were still under the spell of all these belief systems.
Yeah. And all of this has come together because we chose to live in conscious community.
Mm-hmm.
So it's when we come together and start lifting each other up that magic happens. Just in the last year, since the four of us have been living in community, there's been one full length documentary film release. There have been two made for TV series created. There has been a whole being healing course and leadership training course created in Lisa and Maura's Magical Mystery School for whole being healers. All of this has come out in the last year, and
Amazing.
there's so much, and the momentum just continues to grow because as we
Yep.
come together and we start inspiring each other and we start cheering each other on, we start helping each other, and that energy just continues to grow momentum, and just
Yep.
incredible beauty and magic has been happening, and it
Naturally.
wouldn't have happened had we all just stayed in our own little individual spaces.
Yep. That's it. Yeah, it's the natural process of creation. And unfortunately, that's another thing that we've lost, right? We've lost the ability to connect with our inner knowing, to to really understand our authentic self, what our authentic selves, who we really are and what we are, and yeah, to follow the inner guidance and to allow the creative process, which is divinely inspired. It's not like I have to figure out how to create this. I have to force myself to create. That's how I used to. I went to art school, and I struggled for a long time feeling like I have to figure this out. I have to figure out what I want to paint. And I ended up shifting into doing abstract work because I could get out of my own head and not think about it. And just like, okay, I'm just doing colors and shapes. That's all. Just make an energy flow in the form of paint on a canvas. And that's the way I still work with my art, because that's freedom in the creative process. That's peacefulness. That's flow. It's all just energy moving. And that's what we're doing here. Moving energy.
Is, we've all been taught to live in competition. Climb your way to the top of the corporate ladder, get there first before they get you, all of this stuff. It's not healthy. It doesn't make for a happy life. It doesn't make for a prosperous life. Just having tons of money is really not a great goal in life. It's like,
but it is a result. It's a result when you're actually following your passion and doing things in a way that support your well-being.
Exactly. We've been taught that money is the goal, but money is the byproduct. The goal is happiness. The goal is feeling good. The goal is feeling love and support from others, being able to live in peace and harmony and co-creativity with your neighbors. One neighbor grows the tomatoes, the other one grows the lettuce, and then together you make a salad. Like, it's like supporting each other in all of these beautiful ways that we can do that. It's so fulfilling.
Right. And understanding our value, understanding our own value, and understanding our value together, and how we create value together, and how it's all around us and within us and between us.
Right. And what is truly valuable. We have been taught to value a whole lot of things that are not actually valuable, things that are actually detrimental. We have been taught to value, and we have been taught to not value each other, not value our own inner guidance, not value nature, not value the air, the water, all of the beauty that's around us. We've been taught to ignore all of that. Oh, let's just spray a bunch of stuff in the air and let's just poison the ground. And it's not helping any of us. So in this day and age, it's so vitally important that we have community, that we come together and we support each other, especially in light of everything that is now coming to light, everything that is becoming mainstream knowledge of all of the things that have been used against humanity. And we can't fight against these things. There's no sense in trying to fight against these people that have been doing these things or fight against these systems, because then we're just simply engaging with these things.
Right. It doesn't work to fight against them, and we don't need to.
Exactly.
They're just distractions. They've just been distracting us from our soul purpose, exactly. From who we are and
power.
Yeah. Exactly. And for a long time, distractions felt like what we needed to do because we didn't feel good physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So, most of us found even more distractions than what they were already offering up on television, right? With food or drugs or alcohol or whatever, right? And, relationships, all kinds of behaviors that weren't supporting us and really weren't us in our power, in our natural true power and value. Yeah. And that time is over. Like now that we're seeing, like you said, now that we're really seeing what's been going on, it's like, oh, okay. All right, not doing that anymore. So what are we doing?
Well, this is
all kinds of great stuff.
We are coming together in community to help each other heal, to lift each other up, to support each other to have the conversations that naturally draw out our inner wisdom, the things that naturally connect us to the brilliance of our souls, to the brilliance, to the love, to the beauty that is all around us, so that we can start tapping into those things again. And when we tap into those things again, we start to heal. We start to disengage from all of the things that have been making us sick, and we
Right.
start to heal.
Right. It's like, yeah, as you were talking, I was just remembering and realizing it used to be about stimulation, right? I want to feel something, so I'm going to watch this movie, or I want to feel something, so I'm going to, whatever, eat this food or whatever it is. And the the good stuff was hard to experience back then because it was on a different vibration. It was like more subtle. And I couldn't, like, if I took herbs instead of medication, I was like, well, I don't know. I don't feel anything. But the more I got away from the, the stimulations that weren't healthy, the more my true sensitivity came back, the more my connection to my body came back, my connection to nature, my connection to other people and what's going on. And I could feel things. And then it was like, oh, wow, this is the good stuff. Right?
Yes, nature is the good stuff.
Yeah.
Authenticity is the good stuff. Truth is the good stuff.
Love.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these are the things that actually heal us.
Yeah.
Healing doesn't come from a pill. It never has, and it never will.
Unless it's the God pill that came up earlier today. That's the only pill that works. But it's not a pill.
The divine, the truth of who we are,
Yeah.
the innate brilliance we each have. We're grand beings of light here in physical form. And we are so much more than we have been allowed to know. But it's time for us to know. It's time for us to know the truth of who we are. It's time for us to know the truth of our own bodies and how our bodies are always helping us. Our bodies are sacred. Our bodies are a temple. Our bodies are meant to help us through life. But we have been taught to distrust the body, to throw it under the bus at the drop of a symptom, and to medicate it to death, literally.
Right.
Those days are over now. It's time for us to let those days go. It's time for us to learn how to heal ourselves. Our bodies already know how to heal themselves. It's built right into their divine design. And
Yeah.
it's time that we know how to access that.
Yep. And that's the simplicity. We don't have to figure it out. We don't have to follow, a prescribed, complex, specific plan. But we need to tune in. We need to remove what's in the way. We need to see the truth about ourselves and each other. And be there for ourselves and each other.
Yep. Start seeing the beauty in each other. Start seeing
Mm-hmm.
the beauty that's all around us. Start tuning into the love. Start showing the love for each other. Start really, truly helping each other.
Yep.
This is our path.
Sounds good.
If this sounds good to you, we invite you to check out wholebeinghealing.life. Check out Lisa and Maura's Magical Mystery School for Whole Being Healers. If this is a match for you, we would love to have you come and join us. This is an incredibly powerful community that we are building. And we would love to have you be a member of the community with us, be a leader in the community, to step into your role as a natural leader. We are all natural leaders, but we have
Mhm.
been shown many unnatural leaders, leaders that are not leaders, leaders that
Yeah.
we do not want to follow. But it's time to lead ourselves back to health, lead ourselves back into community with the world around us and the people around us so we can
Yep.
really heal.
Yeah. Come join us.
Yes. So, Maura, thank you so much for joining me on Lunch with Lisa today. And we're going to let you know that pretty soon Lunch with Lisa will turn into Whole Being Healings, the Whole Being Healing podcast, so that Maura and I will be doing these podcasts together regularly. So please keep an eye out for that because we're very excited about doing that. And I'm
Yes.
sure you're tired of listening to me yammer on by myself. It will be much more fun having a couple of us in conversation, and we'll be having many beautiful, wonderful guests as well on our podcast. So we're very excited about creating another new thing this year.
Right? The next level. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Lisa. I'm really glad that you've been doing Lunch with Lisa as long as you have. I know it has highly impacted a lot of people in an incredibly beautiful way. And I know that that we are ready for the next phase now. And so get ready, everybody, and let's go.
Yeah, please stay tuned because we have a lot more coming your way from Lisa Mara's Magical Mystery School for Whole Being Healers.
Mhm.
So thanks so much for watching, everyone. Until next time, create for yourself something beautiful because you can. Bye for now.
Bye.